So if you're gonna date a single mom, you gotta date one that isn't a stigma. But guess what? Stay away from the single moms. I still tell you guys now, because generally speaking, the majority, they have all of that baggage. I just so happen to be the exception to the rule, and so is my chick.
Stop the cap.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson. With another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I normally do all of my celebrity junks on audio, mainly because I look so good and y'all will be hating on me if I come on camera.
Stop the cap.
But the no fugazi thing has been getting me a lot of views, and it is Christmas time, and I am a grifter. My mama need a new blonde wig so she can look like P. Diddy mama up in these streets. But let's get more to the point. Cooley fired back at me in Auburn Preach gunshots with the video called Cooley Fires Back with Receipts at Auburn Preach and O'Shea Duke Jackson. And there are a few things that, to be honest, he did get right. I do want to go ahead and say that. Let's go to his first point. His first point is this: the clip of the Tonight's Conversation was edited, and when they put that clip out there, it was not the truth.
One day women just don't qualify for the top tier men, and that is the truth.
You believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
I'm 6'4", only about 8% of the entire world is 6'4". I make well over 100K a year, and I'm black at that if you add that on. So just if we're speaking about those figures, the things that women are attracted to, no, I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but I'll let you do the math.
Got him! So that clip is the original clip that they put out there with the Tonight's Conversation. Here's the full clip that he says is the correct one.
So here's the full version of the clip, right? Let's go ahead and play that. That is the truth.
Okay, so since
I
we're
don't
speaking
care about
about
going broke or none of that.
So since
You
we're speaking about
believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
By what standard? Well,
I'm
when I'm in
interested
a
to know.
relationship, I'm not speaking about myself, but
When I'm in a relationship, I'm not speaking about myself, but
boy, it's good.
Now give Cooley a round of applause. Cooley has proven that Tonight's Conversation was being disingenuous. Here's the problem. That clip has nothing to do with why I am exposing your ass along with so many other YouTubers. See, you're trying to lie and say the reason why all this started is because of Tonight's Conversation, which is actually incorrect. It doesn't even matter about that clip, okay? You being a high value man or not, that's not important. The most important thing is you're disingenuous. You have a family channel with a Caucasian baby mama that was a single mom of 2 white children, and a whole other channel hating on single moms and then talking about that as a disingenuous hypocrite. And I'm gonna prove fully that you're a hypocrite tonight. Don't even worry about that.
that is the issue.
So whether you were on Tonight's Conversation or not would not be the issue. You still can't get away from that. Point number 2 is that he has always talked about the fact that he is in a relationship with a woman that is a single mom.
You're in the 18 percentile, like myself. I have full custody of my kid, right? Difference between me and you is I met my girl when we got together when we were 25. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yes, we both had children. So we came into the relationship with children, but I was young and she was young. You get what I'm saying? So I didn't have to build on anything. We were kind of just young together, figuring things out.
And he's also going to talk about that he's not a hypocrite.
That ain't me. I don't stand for this, but then they go head out and do it. That's what a hypocrite is. Just want to let y'all know. That is true. We can all agree to that. So all of these podcasts that's making reactions to me, they saying that I'm hypocritical because they think that, oh, here's another red pill guy making talking points like all of these other podcasts.
So to be fair to him, he has talked about it in the past. He has shown those clips as evidence. Here is the issue with the branding. When you go to his Instagram, the clips that are pinned to the top that get the most views are the ones in which he talks about women or even single moms. If he wanted to be loyal to the brand identity or the brand ethos, he could say in his Instagram description, I'm a father, a man dealing with a single mom that's giving his opinion on dating advice. But he does not do that. The clips that you see on the No Fugazi podcast are marketed as somebody who would never deal with a single mother. Even though he may not have said that, if you were a new listener to the podcast, you would be like, oh, wow, this is information. This is great. And you would not even look for the information of who he's dealing with because you don't care. You're only interacting with him with that brand. For an example, the owner of the Miami Dolphins back in the day used to own Blockbuster Video. When you go to Blockbuster Video, you don't care that he owns the Miami Dolphins. It doesn't matter. It's the same owner with two different brands. And Cooley's brand with his, baby mama, their couples channel on TikTok is completely different than the No Fugazi podcast. So if you interact with the No Fugazi podcast, his content is so different from this, which is a family man with a single mother of two white kids. It's different. And then if you're new to the podcast like I was, you're not gonna look and see all of the content, which is not my fault. He should have marketed himself like that. That's his problem. If he wanted to really be a man that was in the brand with a single mom, why didn't he put those kind of clips to the top? And I'll tell you, he would not do that because he know his credibility would have been shot. So he markets all the other clips that will make him get more followers, like talking bad on single moms and all of this other stuff, while, hey, burying the fact that, hey, listen, I'm actually worse than the guys that I'm talking about. Now let's get to the hypocritical point that people who are hypocrites do one thing and live the other. That's what he said, right? But now, there has been a situation on his podcast where someone says, would you date a single mom? This is a direct question. What does David Cooley, aka Mr. No Fugazi podcast, say?
So when I see a single mom, right, I see a woman that made all the wrong choices and only prioritized how she feels. She's selfish.
Will you ever date a single mom?
What'd he say?
Will you ever? The girl said, "Will you ever date a single mom?"
What he said?
Listen to what he about to say. They literally said, because they don't know he's in a relationship with a white single mom. Watch this.
I mean, single moms need love too. They can get a little recreational use only sometimes.
Directly, he says, well, single moms are, for recreational things, right? David, you actually lied again. You should have told those women who are probably single moms themselves that, hey, listen, I could take you in the back in booty clapping sounds and smack you up and wife you like I have done with this other lady. Because again, you're lying directly there on camera. You're not telling them like, hey, I'm in a relationship with a single mom myself. You want to know why? Because you're coming so hard down on them that their argument would directly be, well, how are you calling us bad for being a single mom? And you're doing the same thing. Exactly. That's why you won't respond to that. Now, here's his last point, that him and his single mother are outliers.
When you are a father, you got to be selfless. You got to think about, well, I got to find a woman that embodies some good moral characteristic traits like I do. I got to find a woman that comes from a two-parent household. I got to find a woman that's like the exception to the rule.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
So if you're going to date a single mom, you got to date one that isn't a stigma. But guess what? Stay away from the single moms. I still tell you guys now, because generally speaking, the majority, they have all of that baggage. I just so happen to be the exception to the rule, and so is my chick.
All right, you guys heard that. He actually said him and his, significant other are exceptions to the rule. So because you guys are exceptions to the rule, it's okay for you to live a life of hypocrisy. My question is this: who said that you're the exception to the rule? Based on what? Is there a certain body of simps or a certain body of pimps? Or what accredited body says that you're an exception to the rule? Again, this is your self-aggrandizing ass believing that you're better than somebody and thinking that you're higher than someone when you're not. You're actually not an exception to the rule. Everything you do is a grift. You steal Myron's content, you steal other people's content, and you try to come and package it around like it's yours. You're not an exception to anything, pal. You are a grifter. There's nothing that you do that's original. You want to say that as an argument so that you can continue to go out here and get people's money, living a life that completely contradicts the other brand that you have on your family channel. You're not an outlier, bro. You're not an exception to the rule.
You're a scammer.
That is the God's honest truth. And you've been exposed, and you're going to continue to be exposed. But I got something to tell you. I know you're mad, but it's not my fault. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Dick Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Stop the show. And Mr. Fugazi, I appreciate your downfall, bro. Like, you're about to help me get paid, bro. Like, seriously, like cash dollars, like Bitcoin money, bro. Thank you. I was actually doing bad this month until your ass messed up. But I appreciate that, though, player. Hey, from one pro-black to a guy who swirls, this is black on black business, man. This is how we do it, right? Stay up, bro. Stay up. We out.